Greetings, people of the sky, and welcome to the Battle of Tactics 6 event stream. I hope you're ready. No, this is not the AI match event. This is a PvE event held in the last 2 weeks. Oh, I'm excited. We're having a stream of about 1 hour. There will be no breaks in between. We have 4 replays to watch, 3 quizzes to ask, and a lot of more information about the event. If there is something to adjust, like audio is too high or too low, or something else, let me know in the chat. Oh yeah, Dachi, there will be quiz. So let's start about what was the event about. You had to play on a community map called Battle of Tactics 6, which is a copy of the Dwarven Riddle. You have to play on standard difficulty and keep your rainbow crystals safe. We will see which crystal that is. And you're not allowed to play colorless cards. This event was all about different colors in orbs and in crystals. And yeah, classic PvE event, beat the map fast. But besides this is how the map looks. You have 8 spots where crystals are placed and you have to destroy them. The mechanic of this Battle of Tactics was the orb color switching. So in total, you had 4 orbs, and the first orb is obviously granted to you after 0 seconds, like in every PvE game. But in this event, you get the tier 2 after 5 minutes, 10 minutes for tier 3, and for 15 minutes to get tier 4. You don't have to do anything or pay any energy, just wait 50 minutes and you're tier 4. But wait, this orb is switching. Every 30 seconds your tier 1 orb is switching. 45 for the second one, 16 seconds for the third, and every 20 seconds your tier 4 will be changed. There are different rankings and different prizes. The obvious ranking, beat the map fast. Well, yeah, you all know how this is working. But there are more exciting ones. For example, the crystal ranking. There are 8 crystals on the map, and the person who destroyed the crystal of a color the fastest gets a prize. There's also the crystal tier ranking. That means if the one who destroyed the most crystals in the tier 1 frame, that is from 0 seconds till you are 5 minutes, gets a prize. So for example, if this are your crystal times, you would have a tier 2 number of 3, and on tier 3 you have 5 in this ranking. And there's again a returner from last Battle of Tactics, a new Stars Rising. That is for players who are new to the game and are participating in this event. I and other people want to boost these people, and so you can win a nice promo construct if you are fast in the lower 10 PvE ranks. And the last ranking is the style ranking. The player with the highest restrictive deck wins a prize. What is mean with restricted? For example, if you have a triad in your deck or a construct, these both will have a restriction of 1, since both need 1 colored orb. For Burning Spears or Army Phantom, that would be 2, and if you have Amok, that would be 4. If I would play the event with these 5 cards, I would have a restriction level of 10. 4, 2, 2, and 1, 1. So, now we know what the event is about. But the bigger question, what is there to win? We have a lot of prizes. Big thank you to the Skylers Reborn team for sponsoring 40 booster for the rankings and additional 15 booster for the random draw. Big thank you also to Element G for some shadow in the event. How Clear for more nice cards, ultra rare cards, and an anonymous donator for 4 more new cards. And yeah, I also had a look at my collection and found there are some cards I wanted to give to the people in the event. So here we have some more cards you could win. But wait, there's more. I totally forgot. We also had 4 promo cards in this event. So big thank you to Capo, How Clear, and the anonymous donator for these nice promo cards. Enough of talking. Time to watch. We start with the first replay. The first replay is from PinscherFosda. I hope I butchered that name not too hard. He was finishing that map after 14 minutes and 47 seconds. He had a restriction level of his deck of 26, and he was the winner of the New Star Rising with a lower equal to 10 PvE rank. He also was the winner of the Crystal tier ranking for tier 3. As you can see, he destroyed 6 crystals in the tier 3 time frame from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. His total ranking was number 9 in the ladder. Enough of data. Let's jump into Battleforge and look how that run was happening. Welcome to the map. Let's see how this is working out. I will try to explain a bit of the mechanics. As you can see, we have here a rainbow crystal. This one had to be safe. You started with nature, but you also see the countdown here at the top when the orb will switch. At the moment it's nature, and now every 30 seconds we have the switch. Now it's frost. Let's see, does he have a tier 1 frost unit? Yes, he has. You don't see these guys too often, the Imperials, but you will see they will come in handy. A nice thing about the event with the switching of the orb, you can play every strength of all tier 1s. Normally you'd only have the healing of the nature faction. You have a glyph, for example, from frost, or a mine from fire. And as we see, yeah, the mine from the fire faction. Now the orb switched to fire, and in a second we switch again back to nature. So we now did the full circle after 2 minutes. And yeah, the Imperials, if you switch them, they will take less damage, if I'm correct. Come on, come on. Let me see that. I don't want to spread wrong information here. Tooltip? Okay, no tooltip for me. Let's run the replay and see what's here. Slow movement. Increase movement speed. Taking less damage. Yes. And now we are coming to the next spot. This is the first crystal he's attacking. That's the blue one. And the reduction in damage is super handy against these two guys. Normally they can 2-hit a normal S unit, but with damage reduction and the healing of the shamans, this is working quite good. In the meantime, he's walking over here to grab that power well. And a wave is coming to the main buildings, the main fortress, but the single tower is enough. In the meantime, the units are killed and he is destroying the crystal. The first 4 crystals in this event are special. They will grant you 50 power. So destroying them is giving you quite the boost in energy, so you can have a faster startup time here. Then we see a breeding ground, and a lot of dead units. Now we see a long-range unit, the Firestalker, going ham on the towers here, which are, yeah, out of range for them. Like, not... the towers couldn't attack the Firestalker. That's what I want to say. And with that, he is able to kill the Cyan Crystal without any big troubles. In the meantime, the defense in the base got an upgrade. We are switching now to tier 2 towers, also with a Soul Splicer in combination with the Furnace of Flesh for the Void Return. And now we see some defending till he is going tier 3. Tier 3, like we saw on the chart, was with 10 minutes. So we can speed up here for a second. And then it's tier 3 time. And we will go over here to the breeding ground. And it's dragon time. We are seeing some swarm tricks. And I made adjustments on the map, so you cannot fly everywhere where you want. But still, flying units are pretty strong, like general on every map. As you can see, you can easily destroy this tower and still ignoring all these units here, destroying the crystal. The waves are getting stronger, as you can see, so he is also now upgrading to a Hammerfall while flying over here with his dragons. Focusing on the crystal and on to the next one. Already 4 out of the 8 crystals have been destroyed. Here now attacking the anti-air cannon and not the crystal. He has to be careful since the crystals, his orbs are switching, so at the moment he has his nature orb, so he can heal. And now falling back. And now he doesn't have the nature orb anymore, so yeah, that's a bit problem. Bit on low energy. He's now probably waiting till the cycle is back to nature. In the meantime, the only shaman is here attacking, and the next wave is spawning. He is now using the ability to ignore all the units, destroy the crystals, and leave. On to the next crystal. In the meantime, the big wave is coming, but the Hammerfall is helping out here. Let's go back to the crystal at the top. And yeah, as you can see, again, flying units quite strong in ignoring stuff. He has now triple nature, so he can heal up again. But he also has to focus here. I think that will be hold, but the next wave is on his way. But also 1 crystal left. And that is his plan. He is now 100% focused on that crystal. He is not defending anything, because as soon as you destroy the crystal, you win the map. So no big wave in the end. And with that, GG for the 9th place. That was already a nice start for these runs on the stream. And for people who are often here with event streams, you probably know what is happening next. Exactly. It is quiz time. First quiz of the stream, so people get everything ready. I will ask a question and everyone is able to send the guess in the chat. So every person can send only one, and if there is a tie, the person who sends in the number or the answer first will win a booster. So, the constant switching was a thing. We have a lot of orb switches, but the big question for this quiz is, which was the most chosen color to start? The starting color. I want a color and a number in percentage. So you have to resend your stuff. I'm looking for something like, yeah, for example, fire 70%, or for shadow 50%, or yeah, now we are getting numbers in. That's looking good. Awesome. I give you a second there, so everyone has a chance. You have to send in your guesses in the Twitch chat. Someone already posted me here in game. That is not working. All right, let me have a sip. Okay, I think everyone had a chance to send something, right? So we stop the guessing here and look at the answer. And the answer was obviously nature, big thing with 48%. So, who was the closest? Let me scroll up with Duchy, Frost, Fire, Nature with 41. Nature. Is it Ziggeeh that is 12 off? No. I think it's Carifex, right? That is 7 off. 7% off. Yeah. So Carifex. No. This. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I have to scroll up again. Can you send me your in-game name in the Twitch chat? Then I can. Yeah. Then I can send you a booster after the stream. Awesome. Okay, let's continue while you type your in-game name. Because I also want to share something while we are talking about the colors. Since there was always a time frame where you can have cards. For example, after 7 minutes, there was a time frame for both colors. Like example, if you're starting with Frost, you can have double Fire, double Nature, double Frost, double Shadow, back to back. And when I was thinking about this, I think it was with Volin, he said, oh yeah, this event is a spreadsheet event. Yeah, you could go this approach and figure also out like there is a frame with tier triple color and a frame with 4 of the same color. But I think the most people just winged it and had fun and yeah, had just a good time with the event. This also included Endan, which is our next contestant watching a replay. He finished the run after 33 minutes at all the times in the tier 4 frame and had a restriction level of 77. And if you're doing quick math, there are 20 cards in your deck. Every card can have a high number of 4, so we are at 80 maximum. And, well, you need a tier 1 card to start, else your crystal gets destroyed. And that is the first card in his deck, the Tower. And with that, he was the winner of the style ranking, but also placing at the total ranking 34. But if you ask me, that was totally worth it. I mean, this is the absolute maximum you can do with this map and this rule set. Let's have a look at this run. I already moved a bit forward. We are at timestamp 14 minutes now, because he is not playing anything else than this Frost Tower. AKA the first 40 minutes is nothing happening besides towers. And after tier 4, we are not seeing any units. As you can see, he is now tier 4 with double shadow, 1 fire, and yeah, now it's double fire, nature, shadow, but there are no cards. Since he only had cards with 4 of the same, or with 2/2, like Bloodhorn or something like this. Yeah, so he is now just waiting till he can summon a unit. We are 16 minutes, still no tier 4. Now we have the rainbow color, there are no cards. Still waiting. The next wave is coming. Now it's getting spicy. We have the Soul Hunter now working on the wall, and he is still not able to summon any unit. But soon... Oh, 3 nature. Now is the time frame. 70 minutes and 45 seconds. He has the Stonekin tier 4. And it's time to grind. Getting 3 grinders out. And now we have the time frame for Lost Souls. We're getting 2 dragons. And now the real run begins of cleaning up and also keeping your base kind of alive, since the next wave will be arriving in 1 minute. Doing some more cleanup and now waiting for the wave, since that will be destroying his base easily without any problem. There are always 2-stage waves coming. One is coming from this spawner and one from more of the top. This is always the same for all players, so it's equal. The normal map would have a random spawner mechanics, but yeah, that's not cool in event. In the meantime, the dragons will now clean up probably some of the buildings down there. Oh, okay, we're doing first the top part. First crystal is going down. Grinders now on the green crystal. And one of the dragons, dragons getting back to healing. Grinders are getting back to defending the next wave, which is spawning here. And yeah, as you can see, that is kind of a big wave already. We are at 20 minutes and 23 minutes. The longer you play, the bigger the waves get, the harder the waves get. More defending, but yeah, without any cool healing spells, he has to be careful to not lose his army here. Grinders have self-healing, but yeah, not enough against this big wave. Now falling back, since he's not wanting to lose his units, but he has the problem with the orbs. He, has no units. He can spawn with the combination of cards. And always waiting. Oh my god, can't summon anything. I think to optimize this run, you should have from every card combination at least 1 tier 4 unit. But with 3 of the cats, this is now a good starting point. Cleaning the rest of the wave. Next wave is coming in 3 minutes, so he has to be careful here a bit. And now we also see Banzai Lords in the mix. These waves are getting strong. And now the dragons will clean up the right crystals. In the meantime, the Forest Elders are going for the next crystal here, splitting his forces. Doing more cleanup here. And on to the last crystal in the bottom right. In the meantime, one of the Forest Elders died. Oh, that was probably not planned. And 1 squad slipped through. Oh no, here's the Forest Elder. Okay, he's doing some spawn camping here to defend. Second wave. Falling back here a bit. And we have some more birds. Some more dragons helping out. These will clean that yellow crystal. And the forest elders now at the top base. Yeah, they are strong. Let's see if they can deal enough damage here. Yeah, they can kill even a healing Banzai Lord there with a healing well. And now it's getting juicy. We are getting a big wave coming here, and as we saw in the last run before, now it's all on that crystal, since if that wave is going into your base, you will die. But with that, and 33 minutes later, GG's, that was a very unique run. Probably stressful, but congratulations for this style ranking. Alright, I hope you're ready for another quiz. We are at quiz number 2. So get yourself ready for some typing in the chat. The next question. The switching of orbs means that you have a lot of card combinations. But now I want to know which card was the most chosen to be in a deck, and I'm looking now for a card name. Be aware that there is no promo versions and that there is no affinities. So yeah, like this Nomad. I don't want to hear Nomad Nature or Fire. I want to hear just a name. We are getting cards in. Nomads, the Shaman, Search of Light, Windweaver's Mine. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking. I like the mix of the cards. If we are talking here now for an RPVE run, I probably also would say Nomad Mine Eruptions. That is classic RPVE opening, but as you see, this map is totally different. These cards work as well, yes, but there is no meta for this map, at least not yet. So I give you a last second here to send something in, while I take a last sip here. And with that, we end the guessing in 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. And now for the answer. I think I saw the answer in the chat. The correct answer is Breeding Ground. And I was a bit surprised. Actually, 24 people out of 37 took the Breeding Ground. That is 2/3. So let me scroll up. We have Nomad Shaman, Search of Light, Stalker, Windweaver, and Breeding Ground. Yeah, see the Breeding Ground. And I need your in-game name so I can send you a quiz booster. So feel free to leave this in tipped multiple times though. He tipped multiple times? What? Oh yeah, Tower Defender. Normally you don't you're not allowed to send multiple things. What? But the Tower Defender? Not sure what card that means. Well, I make it like this. This is the first card you guessed right, so you will get a booster, but also the person with the first Shaman, because he is on the second place, I will send it out from my departure. A Shaman was by Rosie, so you're getting a booster too. So you two guys send in your in-game name in the chat and you will get that thing. In the meantime, I just want to appreciate this thing, because this is the deck overview of all players. And as you can see, this is probably the most colorful decks I ever saw in an event. Normally you see classics like fire decks and so on, but this is so colorful. And I want to also give a big shout out. Top left, second row, there was one player playing with the pure fire deck in an event about switching colors. And I really like that challenge idea. And I think I will do this in another stream and run, pure fire and undead army. Sorry, a nearly pure fire deck. Sorry. And I think that is a cool idea for this map to play it with a pure deck. I think I will try this also. And with that, it's time for another replay, guys. We are now looking at the replay of Ziggeeh. Ziggeeh finished the map after 8 minutes and 38 seconds. And if you ask me, I wouldn't have thought that someone can play this map in sub 10 minutes. If you have asked me before, I would say no chance. Maybe sub 15. That is maybe possible. But that was crazy. He had a restriction level of 32 and was the winner of the Crystal Ranking Green, the fastest player destroying the green crystal, and placing at number 2 in the total ranking. You can send the in-game name here in the chat. And let's have a look at this replay, how he managed to have this run. And why is my music not playing anymore? Now it's playing again. All right. Welcome to the game. We are starting with nature. We are starting with birds. And I think that's a classic opening actually on this map. I know a lot of people who are doing here a flyer start, since the map is not good prepared against these. Also having a shaman here in the back row for some healing. Going directly on the right side. Killing the archers, and then it's cleaning up time with the rest. Last archers. And he is saving on power, as you can see. He's not summoning anything else so far. You can have a look in the base. Nothing here, but we see one squad of Sunstriders just walking casually over there and having more of the flyers here to destroy more of the units. In the meantime, grabbing that well and having one bird here on the sea. And yes, that was a mistake of the map maker. You can fly here and destroy that crystal without any fighting against these two guys. So, yeah, well, version 1.5 or something like this. In the meantime, destroying more of the units, but being careful not to get too close to this tower that will shred through these birds. We are at 3 minutes and now the first wave is coming. He is ignoring that with the birds, but in the meantime had a construction hut here built while he had the frost off. We also have here the Sunstrider is now positioned, and you might wonder why here the Sunstriders, what is the reason behind this? And here the crystal, the towers get destroyed by the flyers. As you can see, they are not good at aiming actually. The shaman can out-heal this. Now falling a bit back. And building another construction hut. As you can see, the wave is still dealing with the wall. And in 10 seconds, we're getting tier 2 time. We're having a ice barrier here. And now going on that crystal. And now it's tier 2 time. Let me pause here for a second. We see tier 2 tower here with shadow. We're seeing Furniture Flash. and a decomposer over here. And now it's nature time, so we see a breeding ground here, and we also see fire. Instant switching out, and now we see here the termite hill, as well as here in a second. Yes. And I think you already know what's happening with that thing. In the meantime, the tower is still holding up, but going low on health. I think that will die. Wow, close call. That is 70 HP. Okay. And yeah. We have one here, we have one here. The Shadow Towers gets destroyed, and the breeding ground was used to summon more of the Firestalker. Also, we see the Firestalker over here. We saw that strategy already before, outranging the towers to clean up this crystal. These Firestalkers now perfectly timed with an oink, just ignoring the turtle. Termite Hills are doing their job quite well. Next crystal is going down. And the Firestalkers arriving at the top. Low HP, but still alive. Now getting a tower here built for home soil. I think you don't see this too often. Home soil on Firestalkers. Cleaning the tower. And that crystal going down with that last time termite hill. More towers to destroy. We are now on double shadow. Tower is repaired here. And 3 more crystals to go. Keep in mind, we are at 7.5 minutes here. This is fast. And now we see some birds spawned. Since he is tier 2, he can't use the Swamp Drake, so he's choosing the Firebirds. Doing a big circle, and that is another thing I didn't notice. You can attack the crystal from the top part. Normally here is a wall, you cannot fly over there. But yeah, you can fire there with birds. Crystal down, 1 to go. And yeah, you know the drill. Ignoring everything, going in with a lot of healings. He has 30 seconds with a nature orb, that should be enough. And now just damage and healing. And GG, that was an awesome 8 minutes and 37 run. Congratulations. And Ziggeeh was one of the players who used the invitation of me to send me every replay they want, and I take the last one for the ranking. So Ziggeeh sent it in a lot of replays, and I mean quite a lot. But that's fine, because with that I could make something nice like this. As you can see, how Ziggeeh's time improved with every run. His first run I saved was the 11 minutes. And you can see also there was a strategy change with a blue crystal. I think he changed the order there, or tried, or forgot to destroy the blue crystal. And yeah, I really think that's interesting to see how the run was improving and stuff have changed. Before we jump into the last replay, we have one last quiz. So, are you ready, people? As I said, the challenge might be hard. I think it was not an easy challenge, to be honest. But there was another challenge which was also hard. And that was the challenge of picking the correct file name. And I'm looking for the number of person who sent me the correct file name in this event. There were 37 people, and I want to know how many of them could make a file name called bot6_ and then the username. So we see 25 and 22, 12, 24. Keep them coming. Yeah, Dachi, I think so too. You and Volan. So yeah, 80. Yeah, I would love to have 80 people in the event. That is probably pretty stressful for me, but would be awesome. So I think everyone had his chance to send something in there. We close the guessing in 3, 2, and 1. It's over. And the correct answer is 28. So not as bad as you two were expecting there, but still not the best. Let's see if someone had 28. I think no one was guessing that high. Maybe I phrased the question a bit negative. Don't know. So is he a 25, a 24? 25. Yeah, looks like Carfax is winning a booster there. Let me note that down. Alright. And with that, we are at the last replay of the stream, which is Nip. Nip is the winner of Battle of Tactics number 6. Nip finished the map in 8 minutes and 6 seconds. So we are getting even faster than we saw before. He had a deck restriction level of 38. And I love, look at the last cards in this deck. It's just a Shadow Worm and Batarial just for the lols here. I don't need the slots. Take the Shadow Worm. And with that awesome run, he crushed the idea of me to give a lot of people... oh yeah, I have a typo there with the red crystal. Sorry, thank you Carfax for reminding, but yeah, there is a typo on my side. We'll see the red crystal will be earlier. And yeah, he was also winning the fastest blue crystal, the fastest black crystal, the fastest yellow crystal, the fastest magenta crystal, and the fastest white crystal. And there are more numbers wrong? Okay, maybe I have to check this again. With the numbers on the slides, but they are actually from the in-game. And he was also with that the winner of the Crystal tier ranking tier 2. Tier 2 because he finished to he destroyed all crystals, all 8 crystals in the tier 2 frame. It's not even faster. I used the tail from Ziggeeh here. Okay, then it is a copy-paste problem from my side. Yeah, okay, I will fix that post, but let's check out the replay and find out how he's doing that thing. Who needs slides if you can watch them in-game, right? And I should make a note, do not copy-paste. And as you can see, we see the mana wings, but not the promo ones. So for the beginning, it's looking similar, but he is ignoring these people all together. Flying here to the top and destroying the crystal from the bottom. And I was thinking, wait, what? You're not supposed to do this. You have to go to the top here. You have to fight the tower. How could you do this? And yeah, that's a thing, and that's how he destroyed the Dark Crystal in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Yeah, something like this. In the meantime, having Frost Archers over here and the Shadow Horse over there. And having now the birds flying down there, ignoring these because they can't aim. and using the same strategy as we saw before to destroy this crystal with that birds. And now walking to the top. Rooting down these units, slipping at the side, and very closely surviving this onslaught over there. Having now here a safe spot. The birds did their job in the meantime. Defense is with frost. And now we are probably waiting here for a second. Yes, here we see now the birds attacking the towers with the support of 2 fountains of rebirth. And this is actually enough to destroy the towers and keep the mana wings alive. And yeah, these towers are not strong enough actually. Has to be a bit careful to not lose them. I think he is losing 1 later. But in the meantime, awesome strategy to still use these frost units here. The tier 1 units over here. The frost defense is still holding up over here. And now it's time for a crystal because the back row of towers is not shooting here. And with that, crystal down. We are at 5 minutes now. That means tier 2 time. Let's see. It's a breeding ground. We saw that strategy before. We have 500 energy now in the bank. And we see some more tier 2 dragons. Getting all he can get. And now going directly on that crystal. And the Fountain of Rebirth still running strong here to keep them alive. Since he's not using any healing spells. And yeah, with that spell... Yeah, now he's using healing spell. But with the Fountain he can at least compromise a bit the damage from these units here. Rooting again around there, destroying that crystal. Bad timing here with the wave actually, but he is pulling through. And onto the top one. We saw this before with the Firestalker, but now with the motivated dragons destroying the second to last crystal. And now all the spells he has in his disposal on these dragons here. He doesn't have a healing yet. Probably soon. He needs that healing. Oh, that would be close. And with that, last crystal down after 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Congratulations, Nip, for winning the Battle of Tactics number 6. And with that, I'd like to show you the ranking, but it looks like, as we have seen here in the chart, I have to fix some of them. So make a small asterisk there. They are probably not correct, since I have made a mistake here already. But which one should be correct is this one, because that is the ranking for the New Star Rising, with 7 people with a PvE rank 10 and lower. Congratulations for being here in the event. That was awesome that you joined. I think for new players it's always a bit harder to participate in the event if you don't have the cards or the upgrades. So I'm really like that you tried and you did very well. The crystal rankings, like I said, I have to fix. Here you can see the right numbers if I'm correct. Nip at 1 minute and 17 seconds. So it looks like in this chart it's correct, so it was only the chart beforehand. And also the time here with 8 minutes and 1 second for Nip, that's also correct. So it was only the chart before. So yeah, congratulations to everyone in that ranking. Most goes to Nip, but also we see Ziggeeh here, we see Ansgar here for the Cyan Crystal, and Falgal for the Red Crystal. For the crystal tier ranking, we're seeing Viz doing the most crystals in tier 1, Nip in tier 2, then on tier 3, PinscherFosda, and on tier 4, Quichente. The last ranking is the style ranking with the highest restriction. And the decks, we saw Enda's run already on the stream, but close behind him it was Pappy. He was probably just taking a card. I think he was using a Northern Drake, which is requiring only 3 restriction. So that was losing him this fight against Enda. But still, congratulations everyone who tried this challenge. And with that, this is the final ranking here. Tier 2 wasn't right. Okay, yeah, I have to check this again. But this is the final ranking with the big numbers. So congratulations everyone who joined in this event. I probably will send out the boosters tonight. And hope I will check the ranking again. Just to be safe there. And with that, we are at the end of the stream. We are at the end of the event. And I want to say thank you to everyone who joined in the event. And of course here on stream. I also want to say thank you to all the sponsors. Like having these cards also in the prize pool. I think that's cool. Not only booster, because cards are also very nice. Yeah, and with that, I send you off in the weekend. I wish you a wonderful time. And see you in the Forge, fellow Skylords.